Well, hello, everybody. This is Kenneth Bentley. Hey, I just got to bring up a little small issue that we're noticing on the news today. We noticed the cat fight in Congress. And if you look at a couple of days ago, the Senate was in a cat fight as well. I want to tell you exactly what that is because you need to know that this is not just coincidental, it's not just happenstance. This is real life and it is a strategic move of the enemy. Let me give you a verse for you. Matthew 12:25 says, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Wow. Now, who said that? Jesus. We got to ask ourselves, was Jesus a liar? Was he the Son of God? Was he God incarnate? I believe that he was. And I'll stand on that and die by that, by the way. But I want to just tap on that if you don't mind. Every kingdom. Ha, that's powerful because now what we're seeing is that in the midst of the United States approaching this election, like all elections, there's always riffraff between sides. But this is getting more diabolical. This is getting more catfightish. You know, it's not just a statement here, statement there. These are cat fights. And I just want to let everybody know, I don't care if you OAC, I don't care if you Marjorie Taylor Greene, you're being used and played by the enemy. And one may say, well, she started it. One may say, well, this happened because of her. It doesn't matter. What's going on is strife is in your camp, and now you are being used like Judas was used to Jesus. Jesus said, every kingdom that is divided against itself shall not stand, or it shall be desolate. Now, I want that word desolate to sink in with you, if you don't mind. And it's powerful because what we're looking at the reasons why we need to understand that this is not something that we want to just go ahead and just leave to chance. Hold up. I got my baby and my phone's ringing. So here's the deal. The word desolate means deserted of people in a state of bleak and dismal emptiness. This is what's going on. This is what we can look forward to, a state of emptiness, a state of bleakness in this kingdom. Jesus said it best when he said, every kingdom. He did not mince word. He didn't say most of them. He said every kingdom that is divided. I'm going to read it to you again. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Miss Olivia, for Daddy, okay? I'm doing a video. So every kingdom, didn't say most of them, didn't say some will get by, some may not. Every kingdom that is divided shall not stand, shall be brought to desolation. So let's understand this, people. We are at the worst time in history to be at one another's throats. And I know we all got our own political agendas and stuff like that. It's not going to matter if the country falls. It's not going to matter if we fall prey to Marxism and socialism. It's not going to matter if we find ourselves bankrupt. It's not going to matter. So I want you to do me a favor. Find ways to get along in disagreement. The Bible tells us to be angry, but sin not. Why is that important? Because when you start getting into strife, the word of God says, where there's strife, there's every evil works. Every one of them is involved in the midst of strife. So strife is not something to be playing with and you just do what you want to do because you have a right to speak. And then you start shaking your head and spinning around and spitting up green pea soup like you're crazy. Excuse me. It's time for us to behave like the people that we've elected in these offices to behave. There's room for disagreement. That's what the whole dissertation of Congress is about. It moves that way. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you right now, when you see strife like that, it's been brewing for a while. Now it's coming to manifestation, and it's going to start going into different areas. And then you're going to create factions like we saw back in 2020 when they in Oregon when they were having riots, and in Washington State they were having riots, and they had riots in Minneapolis. Why? Because of these factions. And Satan, I'm going to use his name, is laughing that the great big America is acting like little wimps, little kids, teenage girls. And it has no pun intended because these women in Congress were yelling. But the fact of the matter is, that's what he caused, and we went along with it. I'm saying to everyone in that group, Congress, all of the senators, get your head on right. This country is on the precipice of being destroyed, and we don't have time to have catfights and these tyrannical movements. We need to come together as a people. What do we need? Another 9/11 for us to start synergizing to come together? So be it. If that's what it takes for us to come together, so be it. Because that's what we're brewing for in this Congress. We are brewing for another 9/11. How did you think Judas? No, let me ask you this way. How do you think the Pharisees found Jesus? Through Judas. How do you think we're going to have this nation under attack from within? Through this open border. It's not going to happen from without. It's going to happen from within, because this president and this administration opened the borders to the point where anybody can come in and call themselves trying to seek asylum. Well, it's not going to work. You know, those people ain't seeking asylum. Anybody knows that. They know that. Obama knows it. Biden knows it. Harris knows it. And all you Congress people up there know it. And for us to not participate in for us to not do the right thing for the people of this country, you all need to be strip searched and beaten, because this is wrong. And then you have the nerve to get on the floor and act like little teenage girls. Come on, guys. Let's do the right thing. And let's understand, every kingdom that is divided shall be brought to desolation. Every one of them. He did not mince words. He's saying it. And so we're not above desolation. And we need to understand that. Hey, this is Kenny. I just want to drop my 2, 3, 4, 5 cents in. Y'all have a good day. May the Lord bless you. Bye-bye.